So from the administration row, you see I have review menus and add menu as my quick menu, or I can go into security and I have my review menus and add menus. Again, there's just you can pull these out and then put them in the body of it. So if I go to review menu, and I'm just going to hit submit to show all groups. Right, and so it's going to show me the different menus for the different groups. So right now I'm looking at all the different menus that I have. So obviously you already has default menus, and probably the best way to go when you're creating a new menu is to copy a menu that's most similar, and then you go in and you start customizing, which we would do. So if I click through, I've got the different menus here, and so I'm going to let's look at the community manager menu. And it's fine. Let's do senior housing community. And that's the senior living module is built on top of the residential, and so it's a lot of similarities there. But nevertheless, so this is the Yardi menu, and so you can't edit this menu, but we would copy this menu and then we can go in and customize it. What I wanted to show you first is this is how the menu is set up. So the red are the big links, and then you drill down into the different items. And so what I would do for easy reference is let's go here real quick, and I'm gonna assign a group so that we can look at the one that we're talking about. Okay, we already have it there. Okay, yep, so that's the community manager role. All right, so I'll jump back and forth, but I want to show you this. So in the menu, you see we have reports, right? So the reports is the red, and then within the reports you have the different menus. And if I go to the next big header there, it's going to be amenity based pricing. If I go back here, you see the amenity based pricing and so on. And so within the reports, if I were to click into the reports, I would have analysis, and then I have the different things that I can do. And so once again, reports, analysis, and each time I can go into a sub menu or go to these different menus here. And so understanding the structure is important, and then you can dive into, okay, how do I want to make this look? So you see the reports, and then you see the dash to get to the next level, 2 dashes to get to that level. Then if I wanted to have an additional level, say under community analytics, then I could do 3 dashes to get there, and it's going to break out community analytics. And if I had 3 dashes, then it would go into there, 2 dashes, 1 dash, no dash. Okay. So that's the basic structure of a menu. When we're talking about menus, when you have functions that sit on other rows, we use the power of menus to pull that into this particular user group's menu so they can have. So yes, there are some things under admin function, definitely on the property accounting side, that's going to help make the property accountants more efficient and be able to help produce a good product, though you don't want to give property accountants administration rights, right? So learn how to pull things out of the administration role and put that on this new property accounting menu that you've created, which you are going to learn in this training. And so I call it, don't give away the farm, right? Don't open up the administration role to everybody just so they can use 1 or 2 things. Okay. One thing specifically, let's say that the accountants are going to use, and depending on the operator, but many leaders are okay with their accountants having, is the unpost journal or the unpost bank reconciliation, which is right here. That's administration function. Well, that's, you know, a pretty basic level thing that you want your property accounts to do, because let's say they reconcile the bank statement, but there is an issue or an error. Well, they can unpost it to open it back up so that they can fix it, right? Again, giving away the farm would be say, okay, we'll get everybody admin and we'll just tell them, hey, don't touch anything, just touch the unpost bank reconciliation, which can obviously be a nightmare. So it's things like that we customize the menu so that we can give everybody what they need, and then also take away all the junk, right? So, you know, again, we wouldn't want to give administration role, well, you know, 90% of this stuff is irrelevant. So we can pull the things that are relevant onto the menu and then leave everything else. Okay, that's the basic setup of a menu. Now that we understand how the menus are positioned, right? You see each one has the quotes, right? So again, Medicaid receipts, there wouldn't be a sub menu there. We just have that as the header, and then we have the actual menu links that are clickable, and each of these links is what's going to take us to the different screens in Yardi so that we can perform the function that we need to perform.